Hello students, your social science teacher Nirmala Agrawal. We will now study the next part of the chapter, next topic, hunger, hardship and popular revolt. As you can see here, people just outside their home. The 1830s were years of great economic hardship in Europe. And the reason was enormous increase in population all over Europe. In most countries, there were more seekers of jobs than employment. The first and important problem that arises in the increase in population is that there is a shortage of jobs, and the other thing that is the shortage of is food grains that we have seen about in the subsistence crisis when we were studying about French Revolution in ninth class. Population from rural areas migrated to the cities to live in overcrowded slums. Now we can see here people are moving from rural areas to the cities, and when the people who do not have anything, they move to the cities, then they have to live in the slum areas, which is overcrowded and shabby. Industrialization in England. Industrialization occurred in England first time. The first industries that were developed were the cotton and textile industries. In England, industrialization were more advanced than on the continent, so small producers in towns often faced stiff competition from imports of cheap machine-made goods from there. Cheap machine-made goods means when the things are manufactured using machine, they become cheap. Handmade material is costlier than the machine-made material or items. Especially in textile production, as it was carried out mainly in homes or small workshops and was only partly mechanized. Partly mechanized means all the people were just weaving the cloth or making the cloth with hands. They were not using any machines, and that is the reason we say partly mechanized. When we use machine, it becomes mechanized. In some regions of Europe, the aristocracy still enjoyed power and peasants struggled under the burden of feudal dues and obligations. We know that when our feudal lords, they keep peasants under them and take lots of work from them, and that is the burden of feudal dues, means they take loan from the feudal lords, so it becomes the feudal dues and obligations. The rise of food prices or a year of bad harvest led to widespread pauperism in town and country. Now, earlier, as I have told you, that if there is increase in population, the first problem that the population faces is shortage of food grain, and along with it there was a year of bad harvest, and which give rise to the widespread pauperism. Pauperism means garibi. Now here we can see the picture. Here the woman, old poor woman with her child. Revolution in Paris 1848. Here we can see something is burning. We will know what it is. The year 1848 was one such year. Food shortages and widespread unemployment brought the population of Paris out on the roads. When we study about Europe, we study about different nations, and here it is the picture of the of Paris. One chair is being burned there. Barricades were erected and Louis Philippe was forced to flee. We have seen earlier that Louis Philippe became the king of France. He was restored to the power after the defeat of Napoleon. Here we can see the throne of Louis Philippe being burned by the angry mob or the rioters. National Assembly proclaimed a republic, granted suffrage to all adult males above 21, and guaranteed the right to work. That is the story about the French Revolution, when France became republic and National Assembly had given right to vote to the male above 20 years of age. National workshops to provide employment were set up. Here it is the picture of Paris where the revolt was taking place. It is related to Louis, not Louis, Philip, King Philip. Now, next revolt that we will come across is the Silesian Weavers Revolt. Silesia is the uh, region in Europe that is lying uh, north to Italy or near about Austria, that you can see in the picture. This is the picture of the industrialist or the weavers or whatever we call it. Earlier in 1845, weavers in Silesia had led a revolt against contractors who supplied them raw material and gave them orders for finished textiles but drastically reduced their payments. What does it mean? That the contractors who were supplying raw material to the weavers, but they were not giving them the payment as per the desire of the weavers. They had reduced their payments of the weavers. Here is the picture of weaving. We can see it here, how they were weaving a cloth. The journey's Wilhelm Wolff described the events in a Silesian village as follows. Now we will see what was the event or what happened in Silesia during the revolt. In these villages, 18,000 inhabitants were there, and they were cotton weavers, and as they were the weavers, cotton weaving was the widespread occupation. The misery of the workers is extreme. The desperate need for jobs has been taken advantage of by the contractors to reduce the prices of the goods they order. When there is more demand, the prices are low. When there is less supply, uh, sorry, it works as the supply and demand. Demand is more, supply is less, the prices rise. Supply is more, demand is less, the prices decreases. Now here we can see a poor weaver in front of the contractor. On 4th June at 2 p.m., a large crowd of weavers emerged from their homes and marched in Paris up to the mansion of their contractor, demanding higher wages. Now, the most important problem lies in the reduced wages given by the contractor to the weavers. and that was the reason of the revolt. Here we can see that weavers are marching from their homes to the mansion of the contractor. They were treated with scorn and threats alternately. Following this, a group of them forced their way into the house, smashed its elegant windows, panes, furniture, porcelain, etc. Means group of people forced themselves into the house of the contractor. And another group broke into the storehouse and plundered it of supplies of cloth which they tore to shreds. जो भी supply of cloth था उसको पूरा फाड़ दिया उन्होंने. We can see here they are gathered in front of the manor of the contractor near the huge gate. The contractor fled with his family to a neighboring village, which, however, refused to shelter such a person. अब neighboring village में when he went there, nobody gave him shelter. He returned 24 hours later, having requisitioned the army. In the exchange that followed, 11 weavers were shot. He returned with the army, and that army shot the weavers, and out of all the weavers, 11 were shot dead. Here we can see the contractor. Thank you. Have a nice day.